What is going on, everyone? It is Super here, and I'm bringing you guys another Mortal Kombat X video, and I have another Q&A video for you guys. If you have any questions that you want to ask, make sure you guys leave them in the comment section. They could be about MK, they could be about real life, they could be about any other fighting game. I'm down to answer whatever question, but today we actually have a bunch of questions regarding Mortal Kombat 11. A lot of you guys were really curious in my last one about, what my opinions are on some MK11 stuff. But first, let's get started here with the first question from Kevin, and he asks, do you think Motaro will return in MK as a mini boss fight on the game, in the game like Mortal Kombat 3? He means Motaro was a mini boss fight in MK3. If I think he's going to return in future Mortal Kombats the way he was in MK3. And I don't think so. I don't think a character like Motaro will get animated. I think he will get animated really well, but I think it's more of a struggle for them to do that. If you guys notice, with Alien coming out in Combat Pack number 2, he actually looks like a human, or I should say he moves like a human. It kind of looks like it's a person in like a suit, acting as an alien, because that it's a lot easier for them to animate it with the way the game is, the style of the game. Pretty much everyone acts like a human. Like if you see Goro, of course he acts like a human. There aren't any like real monster characters in Mortal Kombat X anymore, and it's sad to see, because I thought Motaro was a really cool character, a fucking centaur, a half human, half horse. I thought he was really cool. But I guess they want to go away with the whole monster type, and just focus more on something they could animate a lot easier, and that would play a lot smoother. So I do not think, sadly, Motaro's ever gonna make a return in MK. So next up here, Elijah asks, who do you like better, Goro, Shinnok, or Noob? And I'm assuming he means in every game, because Noob Saibot is not in Mortal Kombat X. Noob Saibot is a ninja. Ninjas and robots are my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat games. Since Mortal Kombat 3, robots and ninjas have been my thing. So Noob Saibot, I would go with him. And as far as Goro versus Shinnok, who do I like better? Let's go with the MKX versions. I actually like Shinnok a lot in MKX. I know a lot of people don't like Shinnok, but he's sort of the same with me and Quan Chi. Like, I played Mortal Kombat 4, so I actually love all the MK4 characters. A lot of people don't like Quan Chi. I love him as a character, not only because he's really good and fun to watch in MKX, but I actually love him as a character. And I actually like Shinnok as well. I think he's a cool boss, even though he is like, I don't know, Mr. Generic old guy boss, instead of being like a really cool guy, cool boss like Shao Kahn, someone like that. But I think Shinnok is pretty cool. So out of those three, I would put Noob at number 1 by far. Then I would put Shinnok at number 2 and Big Daddy Goro at number 3. Doesn't mean I don't like Goro. I just think those other two characters I like more. So next up here, Vempor asks, would you like to see a variation system in Mortal Kombat 11? That's a really good question. And it's a little tough, man, because, on one side, a lot of people say if there was just one variation per character, what they use to divide into 3 variations could be like a whole move list for just one character. And at the same time, if you have 3 variations, that's pretty much 3 characters per character, because each variation is different. They have different move sets. If you see, I'm using Katana right here, Royal Storm. She has a Jade variation, and then she has an Assassin variation. So that's 3 different ways that you could play Katana. So I think a 3 variation system is beautiful. Like, there's so much variety in the game with 3 variations of a specific character, and especially like Mortal Kombat, there's like 35, almost 40 characters with 3 variations each. That's a lot to learn, and it's a lot to mine, for people like to go into the lab and figure out different things for different variations. And we're still early in the game. Who knows, the variation that might suck now might end up being like the best variation when the game is like 2 years down the road. So I think 3 variation system is an amazing feature, and I really hope it makes it into MK11. And now for the last question of the video comes from Dylan, and he asks, do you think newer characters in MKX like Erron Black and Takeda will make it into MK11? And yes, I do think that all those characters that didn't die will make it into MK11, especially the newer ones, especially Cassie, because she's going to be like the main one moving forward. You know, Jackie, Erron Black, Takeda, Kung Jin, all these guys I think are going to be in MK11. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.